Bay City Airport. That is a completely glass-walled hangar. A thing of beauty. And probably so easy to keep heated. Somebody coming in landing. Here's their terminal building. Shades of prettiness. And here we are inside the Bay City Terminal. Beautiful. Bit of memorabilia. Looks like they have all the pictures of service members posted up on their walls. With this guy, it's like the airport's namesake. A wealthy Bay City industrials whose contributions built this building. Victim of the influenza pandemic, 1918-1919. Wow. Mr. Clements. History. This is a kind of small airport I just love to find. Beautiful facilities, lots of history, a lot of really neat history, and the courtesy car is there to sign out, and all you got to do is sign it up, get the key, obey the rules, don't have COVID, and you can take the courtesy car for the evening and head for a hotel, which is 5 miles away, and you have transportation. Beautiful place, beautiful airport, and really what makes general aviation great, experiences like this. Gotta love it. Just a code on the door to the FBO, enter the code, and you're good. Close up behind yourself. Admire the beautiful building. There is the courtesy car waiting for me. Very historic airport. You look at the little sign here, the Michigan Historic Site. James Clemens Memorial Airport, 1912. The historic building, the meat hangar, courtesy car. All I gotta do now is secure the airplane and head for the hotel. Get ready to hit it again tomorrow. Got a barn find 172 in pieces, actually in a barn. We're gonna go see in the morning. This is Kent Cook, Asylum Air, General Aviation. Signing off.
flown probably since the late 90s.
Okay.
Actually, I had it here at this airport right here.
Right.
Well, I had it at Salem Airport originally, which has been closed now for quite a few years.
Okay.
But this used to be called New Hudson Airport. This is actually where I learned to fly. And this county took it over here back 15, 20 years ago.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and what do they call it now? Because I was calling it New Hudson.
Oakland Southwest.
Okay.
Is what they call it now, I guess.
Okay.
It's still New Hudson as far as I'm concerned, but
Right.
anyhow, to make kind of a long story short, like I said, I had the plane was flyable, but I hadn't flown it in a few years back in the 90s, and a fellow at the airport here, actually after it became Oakland Southwest, rented a hangar, and they told him he needed to have an aircraft in the hangar.
Right.
And I was had an open hangar here that I had for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knew that I hadn't been flying the airport or the airplane for a couple of years, so he asked if he could store it in his hangar, and I told him, yeah, okay. Anyhow, he started disassembling it. He was gonna repaint it.
Okay.
And it wasn't ready for a major yet or anything, but he started disassembling it, and over a period of years he started painting it and everything, and he completely disassembled it. And like I said, I hadn't heard from him, and I was not flying myself, so it didn't make that much difference to me. But after he had it stored there for many, many years, up to a couple of years ago, my son, who has lived in Marquette, Michigan, which is up in the Upper Peninsula, a long ways from here.
Right.
He's lived up there 30-some years. He wanted to take the aircraft because this guy wasn't going to finish it, apparently. And so he wanted to take it and finish it and put it back together. And so I told him, fine, that was all right. But to make a long story short, my son had a heart attack here a year or so ago, and nobody knew that he had any health problems or anything, and at that point he hadn't, and basically overnight he passed away.
Oh wow, how sad.
But meanwhile, he had probably almost a year before that, he had moved the air, we just trailered it from there to my
Right.
I've got a barn down here, I mean, I lived down here for the last 35 years myself at this house. And so we just took the aircraft down there, and that's where he was going to put it back together, finish painting it and stuff. And then again, like I said, unfortunately he passed away, and so
yeah, that's
the
tough.
plans.
Now, the guy who originally started the paint, did he get your permission to do that before he did it, or did he just kind of decide he was going to do it?
Yeah, actually what he did, I told him I would become a partner. Him and his son were going to do it.
Okay.
They owned a business, here in a shop here. After he stored it for just a short period of time, and that's when he decided, well, he'd like to go ahead and take it apart and repaint it and everything. And so I told him, all right, I'll become a part. I'll let you own a third of it with your son.
Okay.
But then, like I said, nothing ever really happened.
Right.
He started taking it apart.
When you say he owned a shop, was it an aviation shop or just a shop?
No, it wasn't. It was a shop right. We're going to pass it here. It was just an industrial shop. Actually, it was automobile. He was in the automobile racing thing.
Oh, okay.
And he's apparently still there at the airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name is Adams. Now, I don't know whether the father is or not, but I know the son is. Still has a hangar there because that's where he had the plane.
Okay.
It was there for many, many years. And like I said, until my son went and just trailered it down to the barn here less than 2 years ago. And up until that point, he had the plane all in pieces. And supposedly, other than some parts of the motor, he took the jugs off the motor or something, and he never bought those back. But And so other than that, supposedly everything for the aircraft is in my barn. That's what I could let you see.
Okay.
Then, you know, it's up to you.
So the engine is disassembled also?
Yes.
Okay, and there's no cylinders?
No. This guy disassembled everything. And I never even knew it. Like I said, he had it for years, and he wasn't in contact with me, and I was just waiting for him to say, okay, you know, it's flyable again,
It's
which he never did.
all done and beautiful, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
And, you know, very unfortunate. Like I said, being that I wasn't flying and stuff, and my son, who was interested in it, I have another son that lives here in this part of Michigan, but he was not interested in flying either.
Right.
But the one from up north, who was really interested in it, then this came about,
Right.
you know, with him.
Okay.
But yeah, actually, I bought the plane. The plane had very few hours on it. It never had a major,
Okay.
and it wasn't even ready for a major yet.
Okay.
I bought it from. I was in the building business all my life.
Okay.
You know, building houses, and the fella that was my partner with it when we originally bought it, he was my plumber, and
Okay.
you know, obviously he's passed away also. You know, but we bought it from a fella that he knew for many years. His name was Doug Kitsy, and he ran. He had his own aviation, you know, company, and he also ended up, which you probably don't know about it if you're from Illinois, but there's an airport here in Plymouth, Michigan, which is not far from here, and he was the main operator there.
Okay.
Doug Kitsy, and that's the fella that we bought it from long before. You know, before then, we bought it, and he'd serviced the plane since the day it was new.
Oh wow.
And
you bought it what year?
in 79.
79.
Yeah, it was 10 years old when we bought it.
Okay.